Hi, this is Sarah from Permanent Record Podcast. You can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/permrecordpodcast.
Thanks, Sarah. This is Brian from the Permanent Record Podcast, and you can find us on the internet at www.permanentrecordpodcast.com.
You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter account is @PermRecordPod.
That's all great info. Thanks, Sarah. Here's the Rocket Dudes.
Blue Zone Podcast Network presents Permanent Record, an in-depth look at the classic albums of the 70s and 80s, albums that have earned a permanent place of honor both in our hearts and in our record collection.
Hey folks, this is Brian from the Permanent Record Podcast, and we are back.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and I'm back too.
Now here's the thing, folks. We normally like to present you an extended look at a classic new wave album from the 1980s. And that's sort of what we've done every episode so far.
That's right.
But unfortunately, this weekend, we didn't really have time to get prepared to do a regular episode.
Yeah, we were just really busy with good stuff.
A lot of stuff going on. Some family was in the area. So we came up with an idea that we think is kind of fun, and it's only going to be a short little show here for you. As a matter of fact, sitting in here on the show with us is our niece. One of the things we were doing this weekend was hanging out with some family members, and our niece is here. Her name's Grace, and she's going to sit in with us and help us with this brief program. Grace, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for stopping by. So Grace is a little younger than we are. In fact, she's a lot younger than we are. And a lot of this music that we cover on the show, she's not completely aware of. She knows some things. I know she's a fan of Down Under by Men at Work.
Love it.
But so Grace, before we get started, just let us know what kind of music are you into?
I'm into a lot of alternative rock and some pop once in a while.
And right now, I know you're really excited about a particular record that came out.
On June 2nd, Halsey's Hopeless Fountain Kingdom just came out, so I've been listening to that like crazy.
And you're giving it 2 big thumbs up?
I would give it a 9.3 out of 10.
Wow, that's pretty great.
Try to get more exact with your ratings, Grace.
Yeah, we don't even go that high on the Permanent Record Podcast. We just go up to 5.
All right, so this weekend, one of the things we did on Friday was Sarah and I went to a new barbecue restaurant.
Yes.
In the area. And as we parked the car, we were walking across the street, and as I turned my head to lock the car door, and then I turned around to face the restaurant, I saw a store with record albums in the window, and I didn't register at first what was happening.
I was like, what?
We crossed the street, and then we got to the other side, and I said, is that a record store right there?
And I didn't see a sign.
There was no sign in the window. There's no store name, but there are record albums.
But sure enough, there's some vinyl albums sitting in the window.
Right, so we went in, and it's like 10 minutes from our house. We didn't know it was there, and we bought a big stack of 45s to feed the Blue Zone Podcast headquarters jukebox.
I hope they appreciate that.
Yeah, we hope that they do. We've been posting pictures of that on Facebook in the past couple weeks, trying to get your input on what the best songs are.
These will eventually make it into the jukebox too, I think.
That's right. So Grace distributed these records up into 2 different piles, and she gave us each 4 records.
Okay.
From the stash. We didn't take all of them.
Okay.
But we're going to go through and have a little game of war like you used to play with cards.
Uh-huh.
We're going to play war with 45s.
Okay.
And then we're going to sort of have a bracket system, narrow these down to 4 records. And we're going to put that on Facebook and see if we can get people to vote on what is the best record out of this stash that we bought for the jukebox.
Okay.
So round 1, Sarah, why don't you tell us what your first record is? For this?
Okay, I'll pick it up off the stack, and I see my first record is Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears.
Hey, I think we just talked about that 3 weeks ago.
It wasn't too long ago that we just discussed this record and how awesome it is.
That was the record that was supposed to make you think you were driving down a California highway.
Oh, yeah. I think the video helped a lot with that, too.
Yeah. So what's the chart history of this song?
Well, the chart history, as we did cover in the previous podcast, it went to number 1 in the United States. Only made it to number 2 in the UK. But also in the U.S. on the Club Play chart, it hit number 1.
Hey, that sounds pretty impressive.
Yeah. Pretty good stats for a song.
All right. Well, let me pull the song here that Grace selected for me.
All right.
So I'm going to face off against Everybody Wants to Rule the World with the song Who the Am Damn Do You Think You Am by Boys Don't Cry. All right, so this is the first single off of Boys Don't Cry's second full-length album.
Okay.
Here in America, it was just called Boys Don't Cry, just like their first album.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, nobody here really even cared about Boys Don't Cry except for me for some reason. I love the song I Want to Be a Cowboy.
Uh-huh.
And I thought that they had a lot of other really great songs that should have been played on the radio.
Oh, yeah?
Including the follow-up to I Want to Be a Cowboy. It was a song called Cities on Fire, which I think is a great 80s song, but it got no attention.
Aw, too bad.
Although that song got no attention, this follow-up album that this song is from, that really got no attention.
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed.
That's my song, Who the Am Do You Think You Am? And that's going up against Everybody Wants to Rule the World. So, Grace, you see the two contenders here in the arena before you. Who's the winner of this round?
Well, I think you both did a fantastic job presenting your picks, but round one is going to have to go to Sarah.
All right, and Tears for Fears.
Yes.
Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, really. Number one hit. Who would have thought?
All right, so now we're up to round number 2.
Well, this happens to be another one that we've discussed on a recent podcast. Was not my pick for the mixtape episode, but it was Colby's pick, and the song is Under the Milky Way by The Church.
Oh, that's a great song.
It is. Beautiful, beautiful song.
That one was in Donnie Darko, or no?
No, I don't think it was.
Okay.
No.
But that is a great, very moody, atmospheric song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it did decent on the chart. It went to number 24 in the United States. Only went to number 90 in the UK. But on the rock charts in the United States, it went to number 2.
Cool. And that was the song Colby told us the story that the songwriter didn't really seem to care about that song. He would sell it out as often as he could to get money.
Yeah, he was not all that excited about it, but it did make him lots of money. I think they must use it. I know he said they used it in a car commercial recently.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah.
In fact, Colby and I had a band many years ago, and that was one of the songs that we actually could get the whole way through.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yep. All right, so you have that song. I'm going to face off. Once again, I can see the influence of Grace. My song is Dominoes by Robbie Nevil.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, Robbie Nevil, if you're a fan of the 80s, you know him. He had a really annoying song called
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie, and an even more annoying song called What's It To You.
Oh, What's It To You.
It was spelled W-O-T.
Oh, like Captain Sensible's What.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now, this song, this was the second release off his album, which I actually kind of really like this song.
Yeah.
The video.
Must be why it ended up in the stack.
Yeah, I'm the one who put it in the stack.
Yeah.
The video, this sort of even reminded me of the video for Something in My House by Dead or Alive.
Oh.
Which maybe had something to do with why I liked it.
Okay.
But I think Grace's influence can be felt here because Robbie Nevil, after his 80s career kind of petered out, he became more of a hired gun writing songs for people, and he's written songs for lots of people, including one of our favorites. He co-wrote some stuff with Alison Moyet.
No kidding.
But he went on to achieve great success with the High School Musical series of movies.
No kidding.
Yeah, he wrote a lot of songs for High School Musical.
I was not aware of that.
I think that's maybe why Grace snuck this one into my stack here.
Okay.
All right, Grace, so we have Robbie Nevil, Dominoes, which peaked at number 14 on the U.S. chart against
actually did better than The Church under the Milky Way.
Yeah, it actually did.
Well, not on the rock chart, though. But that is not a rock song.
No, not at all.
No.
So, Grace, who wins this round, The Church or Robbie Nevil?
Well, I think I may be slightly biased, but I think I'm going to give this round to Dominoes.
By Robbie Nevil. I get a victory over here on my mic, yes.
Who would have thought? Yeah, I can't wait to hear what Colby has to say about this one.
All right, so now we're coming up on round 3. We got two more battle royales to get to.
Okay.
And I'm going to go first. My song is a song that recently I wanted to have a tribute to this artist in the Blue Zone Jukebox.
Oh, uh-huh.
And I really wanted this song for it, and I put a call out to my friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, if anybody has this song on 45, please give it to me.
Just give it to me.
And when you know that nobody seemed to have 45s just sitting around.
I don't understand.
Yeah, but actually that's not true. One person did, and he said you can borrow it. So we did get it for the jukebox for the big party we were having, and that was a lot of fun. But it really rubbed me the wrong way that I had to return it.
Oh, it's terrible.
So I found this record when we were at the record store, and I'm happy to have it. It's a former #1 song by the artist George Michael, and it's the title track from his very famous album, Faith. And this song was for the year of 1987. It spent more consecutive weeks at #1 than any other song. Right here at the end of the year in December, it spent 4 weeks at #1.
Wow.
And everyone knows this song. This is a great song.
Yeah.
You got to have faith.
Yeah, and it's a great video, too.
I'm pretty sure that I've already won this round. I don't know what possible song Sarah could have that's even going to compete with this.
Oh.
But Sarah, what do you have?
Well, I think you might appreciate this one because it's by a group we just discussed in the last podcast, Erasure.
Oh, I love Erasure.
Yeah, you do.
Grace,
and this is one of the best albums that they've done ever. It's from The Innocents, and the song is Chains of Love.
That's a great song. song. Grace has arranged for an extremely difficult battle this time around.
Yeah, this is a tough one, I've got to say. Although it doesn't sound like Chains of Love did quite as well on the charts as Faith, but it was very respectable, especially considering this was like their breakthrough album in the United States. They went to number 12 and number 4 on the club play charts. And in the United Kingdom, they went to number 11.
Pretty cool.
So just out of the top 10. Not as smash of a hit as Faith, but still right up there.
This is a song I remember getting the 12-inch single for on the boardwalk at Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh, my goodness.
Somewhere. I don't remember where. It wasn't a record store. It was sort of like an arcade that had a bunch of things that you could win in a machine, and I've spent a lot of money to win it.
Oh, yeah?
I should have just bought it at the record store. But this was Erasure's highest charting American single, and I look forward to one day talking about the album, The Innocents, here on the show.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Yep. So, Grace, you have George Michael, Faith, and Erasure, Chains of Love. Don't forget, Erasure just, I think 2 days ago, started their
tour?
Their tour of opening for Robbie Williams.
Oh, that's
on his,
right.
Heavy Entertainment Show
man.
tour. I watched some videos online of Erasure, and they sounded great. So, Grace, who wins this round?
Well, although Faith had an undeniable impact, I have to give this round to Sarah.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Grace.
Another victory for Sarah. Another victory.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Hey, Erasure deserves it, and so does Sarah.
Right. I had a lot to do with that.
All right, so this brings us to the final round, the most devious round of all, as I look down the table and see what you have and I see what record I have. I'm not sure what's going to happen here.
Oh, man.
Why don't you go first?
Okay. Well, this is a group we've also discussed on our previous podcast. We have not discussed this particular album or the live album from which this single comes, but I'm sure we will someday. The song is a live version of Everything Counts from the 101 concert, from the 101 album. It's also backed with Nothing, which is just...
We did talk about on the podcast.
We did.
We spent some time talking about the live version of that song.
Yes, so I'm thrilled that we now have it in our collection.
We both agreed that was probably the highlight of the movie.
Yeah,
that section.
Absolutely.
Of that song.
Yeah, so it'll be great to put this on the jukebox or just on the turntable and give it a spin.
So sadly enough, that song did not chart here in the U.S.
No, it didn't. No, it's just this is just a personal favorite of ours, and we had to have it in our collection.
Sure is. All right, and so my song to face off against Depeche Mode, there's only one band there, maybe two bands, that would stand a chance against Depeche Mode, and I have one of them in my hand. This is New Order, Blue Monday, 1988.
Oh, my gosh.
With the B-side, Touched by the Hand of God. So,
oh, my gosh.
So you have a great A-side there, and you have a great B-side.
Yeah.
So do I. These are both great songs. New Order, this song hit number 68 in the U.S. On the top 100, but it was a number 1 dance hit.
Oh, yeah.
And in the U.K., of course, it went to number 3.
Yeah.
So
this
is a great song. And in fact, I've been recently reading a bunch of the books by the individual members of New Order.
Yeah.
And this song, I believe, was remixed by Quincy Jones. This was when they signed with Quest Records, which was his label, and I think he did this mix. And I remember, forget if it was Bernard's book or Peter Hook's book, but they said how this was such a nice, tasteful mix of it.
Okay. Well, that's impressive.
But this is indeed one of their best songs. This is a classic dance tune.
That is an awesome song. I cannot say anything bad about it. You know, it's a really good song, but putting it up against two fantastic Depeche Mode songs, live songs, too.
I know. So we're going to leave it to Grace. Grace, who's the winner of this, New Order or Depeche Mode?
I'm a fan of both of these groups, so this is more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But I think round 4 is going to have to go to Bry with New Order.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we split that 2 wins for each.
Yeah, we did.
Each team?
Yeah, and I can't complain about that because I think that was a really good choice.
Yep.
I might have more to say about the Robbie Nevil choice, but I kind of get where you're coming from, so...
There was no wrong answer with that round, really.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So we have 4 winners now. We have New Order, Blue Monday.
Yep.
Robbie Nevil, Domino.
Yeah. We have Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, and Erasure, Chains of Love.
All right, and we are going to put these in brackets on the Facebook page.
Okay.
And we're going to ask you guys to log in and narrow it down to a final round, one song against one song.
Yeah.
We'll see which songs everybody likes best. So check out our Facebook. The information was at the start of the show, and we really need you to weigh in and let us know which of these songs you like best.
This is going to require a lot of audience participation for it to be successful, so help us out.
Yeah, give us a hand here with this. And next, we're looking forward to coming back and talking to you next week, and I think we're going to be talking about a classic Howard Jones album.
Yes, I think we are.
So we're excited to talk a little Hojo with you.
Yeah.
And Grace, we want to thank you for setting up this battle royale and rendering a verdict on each song. Thanks for sitting in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Our pleasure. So we will talk to everybody in a week's time.
Yep, more good stuff coming your way.
That's right. So stay tuned and log in and cast your vote for these songs. Thanks for listening.